Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be on this wild and wacky and puffinish island of ours. This island Earth. Earth, Britain, the globe. Wherever you may be, you could be anywhere. And stamp collecting is fun wherever you live and however you live. And it's basically calorie free. How about that? Now, what am I looking at today? Well, here we have a puffin. And we have a date to go with it. RSPB, that stands for Royal Society of the Preservation of Birds. And I believe it was started by members of Captain Scott's collective down in Antarctica. He tragically died on the way back from the pole. But the penguins were such beloved by them, by all members, that they started the preservation of penguins because the dogs would eat them up. They were very friendly, these penguins, and they were basically food on legs. But they believed that they deserved protection, and I think they do. Well, this isn't a penguin, this is a puffin. And we have a puffin island around us, around the coast. There's no puffins on it, but it's a puffin island anyway. Not sure where puffins live, probably off the coast of Scotland. But I'm not looking at puffins or RSPB, I'm looking at dates today. So I have decided to start to pile into my stock cards. What are stock cards? Well, they're like stock books, but they're just a card where you can load stamps up and keep them until such time that you need to transfer them into your albums. So I've done a little bit of work today. Now, this is a 1989 stamp, as is this. But I have, and this has got 15 plus 1. The plus 1 is for charity. In the name of charity, they added a penny, and so the purchaser would pay 16p, though it was a 15p value. You get the idea. I've not got a card, and that's a mistake anyway. Look at that typo there. That's a fault, that is. So these I will put to one side and restart again. I will have a look at some of the stock cards that I've been loading up. I will start first of all with 1972 and 1973. Only one stamp. I've got a little album a little stock book, I should say, which I've loaded up with stamps. And I'm now transferring them to card. And then presumably I will transfer them to albums, or back to stock albums, which are in some sort of order. I don't know. It's all good fun anyway. So here we have a Christmas stamp from 72. Go down to 73. We have more Christmas stamps. Not quite the same stamp, but there is action going on there. Probably good King Wenceslas. I think so. So that's 72, 73. We go to the next year, which I've decided is 1974. Again, just the one stamp here, 3.5p. What does it say? Roof Boss, York Minster, circa 1355. Very old building, the York Minster. So that celebrates the construction of that little piece. So that's 74. We go next to 1977, so I'm missing out on a little few here. And you can see they're all mostly Christmas. This is a 12 Days of Christmas set. No, it's not the complete set. I believe there's 4 in the set. 7p, 7p, 9p. So 77. So I'll put the years in, and when I come across a stamp, I'll see what year it belongs to and put it into stock card. 1979. The Magi, the Three Wise Men, We Three Kings. 8p. Next, we've got 1981. So I'm skipping years, and again, these are some of my favourites. This is a drawing from Samantha Brown, age 5, of Santa Claus, and it's absolutely superb. And here we have another drawing, and this is by Tracy Jenkins, age 14, and that also is, I think, fantastic, of our Lord Jesus. That is wonderful, isn't it, with the mosaic type, the Grecian, the Byzantine element to it. Wonderful. So that's quite nice. There is some before we go to this next one, there is some writing on the back of this card. So I'm recycling these cards, really. So whoever owned the card, or the stock card before me, that's some organisation numbers there. Fairly nice. More Christmas? No, 1982 and the Scouts, dib dib dib, and all that. 1982 cancel there. Bury, Newbury possibly, or Shrewsbury even. And we have a tall boy and a small boy. And here we've got while shepherds watched their flocks by night, 12.5p, so back to the Christmas theme. Next up we've got 1990, so we've jumped to 8 years. Astronomical stuff, I think it probably is. One there, and astrology maybe there, I don't know. So they're mixing the two up, or they're putting the two together. Here we have medals, Kew Gardens, so 1990, yeah. Christmas feature, Christmas tree, father and son again, or mother and son maybe. Father, son, mother, son, father, mother and son doing Christmassy things. I think it's the same boy because of the blue hat. And of course Santa there, when we used to have snow, and the church. So a good old British Christmas. MM50p. Not sure what that is, not my doing. Next we go to 1993, so that was 1990, this is 1983, so I'm going backwards again. I've managed to mess that up, 1993, yeah. But nice nonetheless. So 1993, a nice old fish there, salmon. The salmon's leap. And again, the quite famous Christmas one, the post office box, pillar box, which, yeah, with the snow on top, it epitomises Christmas. And also we have possibly the Three Kings, but also chimneys, and a pussycat. So we put that where it should be. There. Yes. 1980. So we go next to 1988, of course. So this 1990 got in the way. Anyway, 1998, more Christmas. And here we have like the picture within the stamp, which I think was quite a nice touch. And you can see that also, you put these two together and it forms another picture. I've not done that, so I'll just possibly do that now. Let's have a look at it now. See? So it's tobogganing. Which during the Olympic Games, Winter Olympics, which Britain is doing three golds quite well. That's a nice Christmassy stamp. So that was 1988. 1993, so we put the 1990 back. This is 1993, and this is loaded up with stamps. So I can see Bob Cratchit from, again, that would be a Christmas-oriented one. A Christmas Carol, one of Dickens's famous stories. Marine Timekeepers, Rupert the Bear, Just William, Toad of Toad Hall, So yeah, those are stamps. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. So 1993, a year of very good stamps. 1994, quite a number there. So cute. Is this cute? Golf, that is. Seems to be golf. And also Wimbledon. D-Day, which is 1944, so that would be the 50th anniversary. So that's quite nice. And it comes from Canterbury. So 1994. And finally, we take a huge jump to 2007. This stamp did jump out at me because I thought it was fantastic. You know, the British Tommy. 2007. Does it say what it... Royal Field... Oh, 1917. So an Observer, 1917. Probably Passchendaele. 2007, so 100-year anniversary of the British Tommy Observer. Observing for the guns to... He would shout the distance to where he wanted the guns to fire at. That sort of thing. So that is what we do with stock cards. And those are a nice way just to get them sort of sorted from this Centurion 16 stock book, which has been in a bit of a mess. I've been loading stamps into there, not really, yes, in order, but yeah, that needs to go somewhere. So I've been probably starting from around about here. We see the emptiness. The other thing is, when I put Google Lens on it, it does not like faces. It will not pick up this stamp whatsoever because of faces. Do you find that? Let me know if you do. Again, faces are not getting done. These two are from a different era book, so that needs to be sorted at a later date. And then basically I'm up to here now, so there's still plenty more to be loading up. What I need now is more stock cards. I went upstairs and I found you know, I did find others. I found a big one, for example, so I'll show you this. 91, yeah, 91. So 1991, you know, the small cars were becoming a bit unmanageable, so I got a big old one and loaded up in no particular order of the year. That will be done later, just to put them somewhere until such time I've got the time to sort them out properly. That's lovely, isn't it? The Civil War ones are fantastic. I love the it's cartoonery, the lettering, you know, the wording underneath tells a story. It's flavour, really. Adds flavour. Flavour text, they call it. Oh, these are lovely too. Gilbert and Sullivan. Did they ever meet? No, I think they made, and I don't think they were particularly good friends, but one did the words, one did the music. Her Majesty the Queen. Yeah, so the usual Christmas stuff. To be fair to Britain, they do put, you know, at the end of the year they do have Christmas stamps, so we've at least kept that tradition. But somebody look at that, fencing, World Student Games, 1991. Fairies and rainbows and the like. Boots, matches. Another rainbow. A dog. Teddy bear. 1991, December. Possibly getting into Christmas here. Also, it's Coventry, that, so Coventry and Warwickshire Council. Nice. Shield, Ben, 1991. A penny, actually, a sixpence. Oh, well, lucky sixpence. I got it now because there's a well. So you throw the sixpence down the well, make a wish, it comes through. That is it for now. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've had some sun today. It's just going now. I'm now going back to the Olympics where I'm watching the curling, and I'm hoping for some speed skating. The Netherlands are doing fantastic in the speed skating. I think they're about third or fourth in the medal table for golds. And Britain, of course, have 3 golds so far. Um, 2 in the skeleton. It's when they sit on that tray and go fast. And another in Bibbly Bobs down a hill. I don't know the technical terms, but yeah, it's been fantastic. And it's come to the end all too soon. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.